El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado, quere yeun. Quere yeun nado a coloriza. El egbanado, quere yeun. El egbanado.
All right. Okay, guys. So this is going to be a really, really quick one. Okay. Hello, True Maid TV and John Price. Hello. How are you guys this evening in the chat? I am High Priestess Jamila. If you guys don't know who I am, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. If you are in need of an authentic psychic reading or authentic spiritual work, the link is below. Okay. So I wanted to come and speak to you guys about my discovery that I made. And Papa Legba actually helped me realize that discovery. And what it is that depending on your bloodline, you're probably more than likely going to have to do a yearly generational hex follow-up ritual. So if you guys don't know what a generational hex remover is, or if you guys don't know what a generational hex is, a generational hex is more than just things that are being passed down to your family. A generational hex can be a hex that is placed upon you by either your mother, your father, your grandmother, or other members of your family. Okay? And basically what you are to them is a sacrifice. Well, that's not fair, is it? Is that fair? Thank you, True Maid TV. Thank you. So what I realize is the reason why, and it's definitely worth it. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys on the website. First of all. Second of all, if somebody else is offering you this work for cheaper, don't ever do it. Ever. Because this is the cheapest that you're going to get with the results that you're going to get. I've realized that those generational hex removers have to be done once a year. So there's been a lot of people that have, and you guys have to excuse me because, you know, I'm with a lot of this stuff I'm learning as I go along, because a lot of the knowledge was either hidden or not taught at all. But the reason why you're going to have to do it every year is because the person will renew the contract yearly. Okay. So this is why a lot of the seasons and the months have been divided up like that. Because what they'll do is if you break it in 2018, they will renew it in 2019. And this is very important because this is what is affecting your love life. This is affecting how people perceive you. And this is also affecting your finances and even your children and even your personal health. So the main things that I've seen, and I'm going to share a screen now so I can show you guys the website. The main thing that I have seen is that whenever you have a generational hex on you, it is meant to affect your life, your entire life, including the longevity of your life. Okay? So let me show you guys the generational hex remover. And the way that it has to go is that you have to do the initial ritual, because what you're doing is you are making a sacrifice for that family member, which I always do the ritual on you and your parents. Okay, now if you don't know who your parent is, then you can also choose to get this hex remover for you, your mother, and your daughter. You can do it that way, but usually it's coming from both of your parents. And a lot of the generational hexes that I see on people, they come out of the curse of patriarchy. So a lot of times it's your father that will put this hex on you. And it's so devastating to witches, okay, and to other people who don't call themselves witches, but you actually are witches. Okay. So I'm going to share screen, guys, just to give you the warning so that you can see the website. It actually has to be done once per year, but it's worth it. Let's say that you have a business that's up. Okay, let's say that you run your own business, or you have a job, or you can have a job. More than likely, the generational hex that is placed upon you is going to affect and afflict that thing, which is why there's a lot of people that don't have wealth or financial security, or either they have bad health and other things, okay? And basically what a generational hex was meant to do was it was meant to take everything away from you if you did not go with the program. Okay? So the initial ritual that you're going to want to get, the only people that are able to get this ritual are the people that have already had the triple goddess generational hex remover. And you'll be able to read everything that you need on the website. Basically what it says is free yourself, your mother, your daughters, your father, your sons of the generational hex and demons that might be causing sickness, poverty, and disease to your mind, body, and spirit. Okay, and the work is performed by me. This is a spiritual contract that has been taken out on you. Okay, you are the sacrifice. If you are the black sheep in the family and everybody looking at you like you crazy because they wondering why you saw another year because they expected you to die years ago, then this is the reason why. And they'll try to make it extremely difficult for you to live. You know, even though they may not be saying anything to you, all the work that they're doing is behind closed doors. And unfairly and unfortunately, your mother and your father, or either your grandmother, can sell you out to this demonic entity. So you want to make sure that if this is your first time doing it, you do the initial generational hex remover. Now, some of y'all need to get this done on yourself and your husband. Most African American people have this hex on them. Okay? And there's only going to be a select few in comparison to all of the people that they have taken, and all of the spirits that they have taken, and the souls that they have taken. So you don't want to get the follow-up yearly unless you have already gotten the initial spell casting, because what I do initially is I work on your parents. But then after you have made that sacrifice and given them a gift, they're going to choose to keep you in that. And so this is why, especially in the Black community, and this happens in white communities as well, this is why you have people that are hating on what you do and they are wanting to see everything that you do fail. Everything that you do. And you know that it didn't just start when you decided to read cards for people. It didn't just start just because you became, or you not became a witch, but you decided to embrace witchcraft or either something to do with actual real spirituality. Okay, so this is the initial ritual that you want to get. And this ritual does entail a lot of candles. Okay, and see, people have been trying to duplicate this ritual, but they can't because they don't have access. Okay. Now, this is where you can find the Triple Goddess Generational Yearly Follow-Up Ritual. It's only $7.50. Because this is where I'm going to work with you to continue to remove those generational hexes. And for some of y'all, it's got to be yearly. Unfortunately, when they are going to renew your contract is after the new year. So they celebrating, and some of these evil demons, they be over there popping champagne and, you know, rolling up their blunts and all that stuff. And that's because they know that they're going to sacrifice somebody. Okay. So the follow-up rituals, I'm not going to really share too much information about how I do that. Okay. You will have the information because I do send you pics of the work. And I've actually had other witches come to me and they want to know exactly what it is that I'm doing. And the reason why you have to do it yearly is because if you do it within the initial year, you're going to see an increase. You're going to see a improvement in your health, in your mindset. But then after the second year, you're like, what's going on? And it's because they will renew the contract. And it'll be obvious to you that they have renewed that contract because you'll be given certain signs through the spirits. So this is a yearly ritual done in follow-up of your initial ritual. Do not get this ritual without getting the first ritual. Some of you may require follow-up rituals yearly because your family, in particular your parents, grandparents, or family members, will reapply the hex to ensure that you will be their sacrifice. This comes out of religion mainly, and a follow-up ritual may be necessary yearly, but it will be worth it because you will manifest and keep the things that you have obtained, including love, money, and good health. Okay. And I'm not joking with you because there's a lot of you. Last year, y'all was manifesting like crazy. But then this year, it seemed like there was some blockages. And the reason why there was blockages is because they have renewed the contract on you. Okay. Let me get rid of this person in here. Sorry, y'all. It is so sad, but it's the truth. And I want to tell y'all something. There's a lot of you that have family members that they don't have the best interest at heart for you. They know that you're the sacrifice. Everybody knows except for you. And it took me 30 something years to figure that out when I tried to move to another state and they acted like I had broken the law. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of you that have initially gotten a lot of you are going to have to do it yearly for the rest of your life, but it's worth it. Let's say you want to obtain wealth. $750 is not going to break you when you're obtaining wealth. In fact, it's going to give you an increase. Let's say that you've got high blood pressure and diabetes in your family and things like that. Those are things that you were sold out to. Okay, they sold you out. So a lot of those diseases are in your head anyway, to be honest with you, or either they're demonically induced. So you can actually get your health back and your longevity by getting this ritual. Okay, and continuing to do it, because some of y'all, they won't give up. They ain't gonna never let go. They're gonna continue to try to reapply this generational hex to you. And a lot of our parents have locks of our hair. They have our blood flowing through their veins. So a lot of parents will sell you out. And it's funny how this Mr. White Tuber came in here. I blocked him. Y'all can't see him if you're watching the playback. And this person said that, you know, Jesus is the only thing that's going to remove the hex. Well, we all know that that's not true, because a lot of your family members are in the church every Sunday and ain't nothing changed. So that's why your family members, they don't want you to break the mold. They don't want you to come out of that mold. They want you to be stuck where they at, making $9 or $10 an hour, talking about I'm being humble. But we all know that that is not what's good for your health or your longevity or your family. So a lot of people that are chasing after Jesus, their children are going to inherit dust, which is nothing. And this has been generationally in a lot of our families. Okay. Even if they are deceased, a lot of your family members that sold you out into that religion or into other things, they're in hell. They are. And I've actually confirmed it during readings that that person is speaking to you from hell, saying you got to do something about this because I made the bad decision. A lot of your family members are not consciously aware that they are selling you out to a demon, but some of them are, and they're very crafty. They'll even use what we dub as Christian witches to do it. Well, you're a spirit that has your own wants and needs and desires. And why would it be fair for you to have to die or for you to have to lose everything that you have just so that these people can be lazy and put all of their issues off on you? You're Jesus. You are the Jesus. There's several Jesuses in every family, and they will sacrifice you. Now, if you did like me and you spoke out about it publicly, then they're going to have to find another new avenue, which is to try to make life miserable for you. Because for some reason, they think that you've survived 41 years off of lollipops and marshmallows, and that's just not reality. So I realized that the ritual is going to have to be followed up on. It's going to have to be followed up yearly. Chantel, the way that you find out is spirits will give you a lot of signs, but you want to come and you want to get diagnosed from an authentic spiritualist. Because an unauthentic spiritualist is not going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you a lie so that you can stay in that hex. Mm-hmm. And please believe that if you don't remove it, your children will be affected. That's why they're always trying to talk about your children and things of that nature, because you and your children are considered to be the sacrifices. And it's very real. Spiritual contracts are very real. And the people that benefit off of them, they're some of the most evil, disgusting people that you will ever meet in your life. They are some of the most evil that you will ever meet in your life. They have nothing but evil intent. And sometimes spirit will lead you to that evil person, and you'll find out just how evil they are. So I wanted to come and let you guys know that I will be letting you guys know in subsequent videos about this, because this is going to be very important for your success in life, because they're not going to give up. If they got a nice little sacrifice that's ignorant and filled with spiritual energy that they need, they're not going to give you up. They're not going to give you up without a fight. And so this is what I do. Okay, I am a gatekeeper. So when I do the ritual for you, the hex is broken, even the one that they put on you. And the way that the yearly ritual, the yearly follow-up ritual is going to go is to where they can't reapply the ritual, but just the contract, but just to be on the safe side, you want to go ahead and just get it done every year. The follow-up, once you have done the initial ritual. And this is very important, because there are a lot of you that work hard. You work hard, you work hard and hard. And guess what? The person that either your daddy or your mommy done sold you out to, they benefiting from. They don't have to get up and do nothing. It's also that they don't have to do nothing. So it's a modern day spiritual slavery is what it is. It's a modern day spiritual slavery. And they not going to tell you the truth. They not. And it's some people that's so blind, they stay up in that church with them people that don't care about you. Pastor know what's going on. They know who is the good little sacrifice for the church. Or you could be a sacrifice for another person. You could be a sacrifice to a pagan. You can be a sacrifice to a Wiccan. But 90% of the time is going to have something to do with Christianity, as well as a lot of the other mainstream religions. Catholicism, you know, and they don't give a damn about you. We've been programmed to believe that the church is there to help you and heal you. But as you can see, that is not what they're doing. Okay, and the people that are in on it with the church, they know all about it, and they just don't care. So if you have had this generational hex removal from me, you saw the results last year, you're going to have to break it yearly, unfortunately. And this is information that Spirit gave me today. And it doesn't matter if you don't follow religion, you are the ones that they are sacrificing. You know, and this is why you're not able to manifest the wealth and the happiness that you want in your life. Because if somebody, listen, this is why they want to affect your love life. Because if somebody is there that loves you, then they're going to have an even bigger fight. But they don't want that to happen. So that's their reason for going around and saying, oh, this person is this, this, and that. And that's not reality. That's just what they're trying to put in people's heads about you. And everything that I'm saying is confirmed by all of the people that have stalked and harassed me. So we all know who they are. Okay? Especially those of you that have had nothing but a hard time, and all of a sudden you at work and folks acting all weird, saying weird stuff to you. You're like, why does this person say that to me? And it seemed like they saying the same thing that your evil, disgusting mother said to you your whole life, ain't it? They saying the same thing to you, and you wonder what's going on. Well, that's the spirit. And that spirit wants to keep you in line. So what it will do is it will try to speak spells over you, and you have to understand and recognize what a spell is. Words are spells. So, we tried to do it to where you would only need one ritual, but unfortunately that thing ain't gonna let go. And I saw it still holding on even 10 years from now. That's why they got mad at that ritual, that not ritual, but that reading that I did for the year 2019, 2029. Okay. And the sacrifice is your spiritual body and your spiritual energy. That is what they are sacrificing. And it's not sacrifice if they don't love you. If they don't love and care about you, then it wouldn't be a sacrifice. It wouldn't be a sacrifice if you were not an empath. It wouldn't be a sacrifice if you were not a healer. Now, these people are very ignorant and they are caught up in a spell. It doesn't mean that you have to do any harm to them. The harm is going to come with them having to do it by themselves. They're going to have to stop being codependent on your energy. And then also a lot of that stuff that they taught you with religion was a lie. It's all a cover up to sacrifice your mind, your body, and your spirit. And they renew that contract once a year. That's why so many people right now having problems. But that can be cleared up by this summer. You know how every March or April, your man or your woman get to acting weird, and you be like, and if it don't make sense, then more than likely it's something demonic. If it don't make sense, and you be sitting there, that you be like, this don't make no sense. What's going on? You be like, what in the world? This is weird. That's what it is. And this will actually keep you, and it will save you money, and you won't have to necessarily work as hard. Okay? So when you compare, so a lot of people say, well, God, that's expensive. But when you compare $750 to $750,000 that you were supposed to earn that year, and they done took away a lot of it, then you know what? Then you know what it is. So if you guys have a generational hex on you, you guys can contact me. If you've never had the generational hex remover, you want to get the full ritual, but then you want to follow up yearly, and you have got to stop telling your friends what you're doing, because your friends ain't your friends. As long as you're under that generational hex, everybody in your life ain't nothing but a manifestation of that demonic spirit that's trying to feed off of you. And it's getting rich while you getting poorer and sicker. Okay? Well, let's say that you were supposed to earn $150,000 or $200,000 or $300,000. $750 ain't nothing compared to what you're going to earn. So it's definitely worth it. Okay? So if you guys need to reach me about this, and I will need to do personal private readings on you guys. Now, a True Made TV is bringing up an excellent point about your ex. But your ex can only benefit on the hex that has already been placed upon you. Okay? Your ex can't benefit off of that. Your ex can't put a generational hex on you. Mainly what I've seen, and as disgusting as it sounds, the main people that I've seen doing this is people that sacrifice their child. Now, see, that's why over here in Georgia and in Kentucky, if they detect a heartbeat, they won't abort your baby, because that heartbeat means something, because if it has a heart, you're sacrificing it. So this is the reason why you see some women, they'll either consciously or unconsciously go and they'll sacrifice these babies, and you don't even realize that you're sacrificing your child, which is a blessing, to this same demon. Okay, so there's a lot of women that will do that. Yeah, your own family will do that to you. Once you realize what it is, oh yeah, they renew it up at that church too, because they go and they talk to pastor about you. Oh, I got a good sacrifice for you. My cousin, this and the father, and we're gonna call the daddy on the phone, and he's saying, go ahead and sacrifice her because I'm this, and that, and I've gotta. It's the truth. And you got to be a strong person. You can't lay down and fold for them. And you can't continue to give up your life just so that you can have the love of these people that don't give a damn about you. They don't. And you know they don't care because they disappeared on you in your darkest hour. Chanel C, personal experience is the number one source of my information, but then it's also what spirit has told me. Because I'm one of the people that have been contracted out. Okay. So if you guys don't know about generational hexes will cause you to have either mental problems, physical problems, financial problems, and then problems within your love life. Okay. Right. And you know what? They know that what they're doing, it does cause some people to be suicidal unless you know exactly what they're doing. And they think that they're smart, but they're actually not smart. They're actually quite stupid because they don't realize that some of us are very, very aware of what they're up to. And they have no defense or offense once you realize the truth and we have an intent to break that ritual. So some of the things that you can put on there is, my business will be good. People will respect me because, you just, and they will lie to people. Your bad credit. They doing stuff to make your credit bad. They doing stuff to keep you down. They don't want you to buy a house or own your own property. And the reason why they don't want you to own your own property is because when you own your own property, you own yourself. Your lovers in your life, your pets will always misbehave. Your children will have challenges. Okay. And then even your happiness and wealth, tranquility and peace, and your manifestation power will diminish when they renew that contract. And let me tell y'all something. I've done this ritual on myself, and I know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all, that energy is so good, they don't want to let it go. They do not want to let it go, and they won't let it go until they get that call from that spirit that says, hey, this person done went to High Priestess Jamila, and we can't hold that person in this contract. You got another sacrifice? And they'll say, well, so and so and so, just had a baby. So you wonder why deaths will happen. They were trying to sacrifice my grandchild. So I speak from personal experience about this, okay? And, you know, parents are so important. They are. They hold a lot of importance in our lives. But when you find out that your parent been up to no good, and they've been selling you out to these people and these demons and these certain deities, okay? Because knowledge is power. When you have knowledge of what is going on, then they can't hurt you no more. What they have to do is they have to go and they have to find another sacrifice. And it's not often that they are going to find another sacrifice, okay? And for some of you women, they will even encourage you to give birth to children, and they will set things up for you to give birth to children just so that they can sacrifice your kids as well. Yeah, other psychics probably won't be able to detect it, but that's what I specialize in. Yeah, Shan, I'm excited to speak with you as well on Sunday. Yes. So anyway, guys, I will come back a little bit later to discuss more of this, but I just wanted to let you guys know. And this is not bad news. This is actually good news, especially being that the yearly ritual, the follow-up ritual is not the same price but you can't get the ritual in 2018 and then don't get it in 2019. You're going to have to do it every year because they renew that contract every year. At the first of the year is when they renew it. And y'all remember when I did that 100 candle ritual? I don't know if you guys remember that 100 candle ritual that I did. They called the fire department. They were all making videos because, see, all of the other people that are in on it, they know about it. And this is how these demonic people work. And they all have the secret. And they have been, and I'm going to tell you another thing is when you're dealing with a Freemason. Okay? And some of these Freemasons ain't no good because they doing the most, and they're very secretive about this. So there's many groups that are doing this. And basically what the follow-up ritual does, it says, I am still fighting. I am breaking this contract that you have done in the new year. Okay, now if you about 3 or 4 months into the year, you can tell that it done took place. Yeah. Chanel, my consultations are $100. So if you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. All of you don't have generational hexes on you because about 3 or 4 generations ago, you had a witch or either a strong mama that said, not these children, but some people are very weak. So I'd say about 80% of the population has the same hex that's on them. And what makes it generational is that your family done sold you out. Okay. So, and it's been carrying out in generations. And this is why the older people of your family, they're encouraging failure. So you got to be careful with that. So if you guys want to be diagnosed, if you feel that you have a generational hex on you, what are some of the signs of a gen hex? What are some of the signs? There's going to be many signs. Problems with your health, problems on the job, problems with your relationships, problems with your money. And money is a big thing because that's the reason why they do it. Yeah. Yeah, when you get your tax returns, definitely invest in this ritual, the initial ritual. And then if we're in 2020 or 2021, you're going to want to get that follow-up ritual. Because trust and believe, they following up, they know the difference. They can feel the difference because all of a sudden they start getting sick, or either they start to lose things and they like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. And then they'll go to a spiritualist. You know that there are a lot of people that go to spiritualists. There's a lot of people that go and see witches. Okay, I am one of the good guys that want to give people freedom from this crap, because it was all made up and thought of. And see, human beings can be very creative. So it was created for you. And there's some people that it actually destroys their life. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful Friday. Don't be afraid of it. Just do something about it. That's what they want you to do, is they want you to be afraid. Okay, they want you to question your own mind. And then, you know, they may not even be narcissistic. They just have to be narcissistic because they know that they got something going on that they need to fulfill. And they want to fulfill that contract, but you didn't agree to that contract, did you? Now, if you agreed to it, I don't know who would agree to that. Guys, hold on a second. I gotta get. I gotta get these out of the oven. I don't know who would agree to a contract like that, but there's some people that will, and usually those people are very suicidal, and they don't think much of themselves, and they don't think much of their life, or maybe they don't have plans. And so those people that are the sacrifices, they will go because they will feel powerless to it. And then they will go and they will look for sacrifices for their own generational destiny. Because they either can't afford to, which, you know. And see, this is why my spirits will come and they will place that money in your pocket so that you can get it. A lot of people say, well, I don't have the money for that. Well, yeah, you do. You'll find it and you'll figure it out. Okay? So any of you, I will be following up with all of my clients that have done this ritual with me. Okay, the worst thing you can do is go see another spiritualist. Don't do that. Just contact me if you had started having problems after the first of the year. It is not me. It is because they renewed that contract on you and they serious about it. And once you get with a spiritualist such as myself, you'll be protected. So they can say whatever they want. You know, they'll make up all kind of weird stories and just coming at you with all kind of stuff. Don't pay attention to none of that. And then you don't even really have to think about it. What are you obsessing about it for? The people that have the contract on you, those are the ones that's going to have to obsess because they're trying to figure out who they're going to sacrifice. And we don't sacrifice human beings over here, not at Divine Services. We are set up for humans and by humans. Okay? All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate that, True Made TV. Make sure that you get a consultation first because you need to be thoroughly read. Because I don't want you guys to just think that and then it be something else. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a generational hex. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Love, light, peace, and blessings to you guys. Bye.